Yeah.
So shall we start now? No?
Yeah, Neeraj, we can get started.
Good morning once again, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Neeraj, and I will be SAA for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 118th meeting of CapitaLand Toastmasters Club and 445th meeting of SRT Club, District 92, Area E04, Bangalore. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we begin, there are few ground rules that we should all try to abide by. Please keep your mobile switched off or on silent mode. We can have 5 seconds to do this.
Karan's speech objectives.
Please do not crosstalk when there is a speaker already on the virtual stage. Kindly avoid being critical about religion, gender, and politics so that it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. Also, avoid speaking ill about organization that we are working in. Please show your appreciation for all the speakers using hand gestures or emojis, especially when they are using word of the day and idioms of the day in their speech. Let's begin the meeting now. And to introduce you all to what Toastmaster is all about, we have our presiding officer, Toastmaster, Madam Chanda. Please, before handing over the stage, please allow me to introduce our presiding officers for today's meeting. She has been in Bangalore for last 6 years and joined Toastmasters Club in the end of 2023. The same year she got to know about it. As a hobby, she has a she have a she has persuaded handwriting analysis as a skill, which helps her connect with a stranger easily. And she is in Toastmasters Club for 1 year. So please put your hands together and give a warm welcome to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Madam Chanda. Over to you.
Thank you, Neeraj, for setting the ground rules and ensuring that we start with a great enthusiasm. But I see a lot of screens which are a blank. I want everyone to turn on camera if it is possible, so that I don't feel that I am talking to just the blank faces. Okay, I see Toastmaster Rashmi, Pushpa. Veera, Piyush, wow. Okay, nice. A few more seconds for everyone to turn on. I see Reshma and Satya. I'm not sure whether you are a member or guest. May I know whether you are a guest or member? Satya and Reshma. Is anyone aware whether they are club members or guest? Okay, Satya.
Hello,
Got
I'm
it.
the guest for today. I'm the guest speaker for today here.
Okay. Reema, are you a guest or a Toastmaster?
We are a guest.
Okay, Reema. So welcome to the Linkers Meet. So here we are, Sarjapura Road Toastmasters and CapitaLand Toastmaster. So you will be experience the best of the best Toastmasters that we are having today. So I'm also very excited just because I will be learning from the legends. So welcome you here, and I would like you to introduce yourself to the club so that you can get the best out of it. And if it is possible, would you like to turn on your camera? I think Rima has dropped. Okay, so let's welcome you. Today we are having not just from members from the two clubs, we have members from four clubs. The speakers are from different clubs. So we will be experiencing, I think, a district level kind of a feeling. So I would like everyone, just because I think everyone is aware that Toastmaster has been around for 100 years. And we have been, this is a platform where we will be learning communication and leadership skill. And it's not something where we can't make mistakes. Just because I remember when I joined, I made a number of mistakes, but I was least worried just because I know there are folks who will be helping me to improve better. So I would like everyone to ensure that if you feel like that I have to raise hand for anything, for TTM or anything, ensure that you take that step. Just because uh, I was never a person who would go on stage and talk. Never. Before Toastmaster, I have never been to any stage and spoken. But now, if any place, whether it's a crowd where we are meeting just random people, or it's my office place, or anywhere, I ensure that I take that step. And that has always either helped me or helped the person who are as a team belongs to me. So that's how Toastmaster has helped me. So let's get started, and I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Balaji. So he has been an IT for past 10 years, and he has explored a lot of places. So he is very energetic and ensures that whatever roles I give up as a vice president education, he takes up. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Balaji.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chanda. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome you all to today's meeting, where we are going to experience some interesting speeches. And also, I'm going to walk you through the theme of education and the state of education in our country. As many of you might know, today's meeting will have three main segments. The first segment will be prepared speeches, where some speakers who have prepared in advance will come and deliver their speeches. The second segment will be table topics, where anyone can come onto the stage and talk impromptu. And the third segment, which is very important and good learning for all of us, would be evaluation section, where the general evaluator and his team will come and share the feedback on the overall meeting, as well as to the individuals who come and speak on the stage today. Now, going to our theme of the day, education. Can you imagine what good education can do to an individual? Think about Dr. Ambedkar, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and the President Abraham Lincoln. In spite of their humble beginnings, they reached great heights. They pursued learning and education with utmost passion and sincerity. Abraham Lincoln had only 1 year of schooling, but he was self-educated. Think of the impact these people have created in this world. One of the basic services that every citizen of India is entitled to is good education. What I mean by good education is a curriculum that empowers people by imparting quality knowledge along with good moral values. Good education is extremely important for any nation to progress forward. Before we talk more about education, I'd like to call upon the GE to come and explain his role. Today's general evaluator is Prabodh, Prabodh has been a active member of SRTMC club. He is a very regular attendee of the club. He attends every meeting. Since he has joined, he has been taking each and every role, actively participating in all the meetings. Please give a big round of applause to welcome Prabodh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balaji. Good morning, everyone. Fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the general evaluator for today's meeting. And for the benefit of the guests, my role is actually divided into three parts. First is to introduce the evaluators for prepared speeches. Second is to call upon the tag team, essentially timer, our counter grammarian. And finally, I shall give my evaluation at the end of the meeting about the overall meeting. To start off with the tag team, I would like to call upon the timer for today's session, Toastmaster Rajni. Toastmaster Rajni is working in IT company and settled in Bangalore. She's basically from Kerala and she loves to read books and watch movies, something even I love. Toastmaster Rajni. Uh, Toastmaster Rajni, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Good morning to all. So today I'm going to take the role of timer. So as timer, I will monitor the time for each speech segment and table topics and formal speeches and evaluation. So I will also alert the speaker of the time. I will also alert the speaker of the time they have left using green, yellow, and red cards, which denotes the specific times remaining. So the time for the speeches will be 5 to 7 minutes. In that, for the 5 minutes, I will show you the green card and 6 minutes yellow card and 7 minutes I'll show the red card. And there will be a grace period of 30 seconds also will be there. And regarding the table topics, it will be 1 to 2 minutes. So for 1 minute, I'll show you the green card, and 1.5 minute, I'll show you the yellow card, and 2 minutes, it will be a red card. And coming to the evaluation, it will be 2 to 3 minutes. So for the 2 minutes, I'll show you the green card, and 2.5 minutes, it will be the yellow card, and 3 minutes, it will be the red card. Thank you. So I'll be showing like here. Can you able to see? Will you be able to see?
It's blurred background, so we can't see anything, Rajni. Your background is blurred, so we can't see anything. It's not about the mobile. You're on mute.
You are on mute, Rajni.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Can you change your background? Yes,
Is it
now you
fine
can
now?
show.
Are you able to see now? Okay.
And now it's visible.
Yeah, so this is for yellow card and this is for red card. Thank you. Back to you, evaluator, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajni. Next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Jackie sir, who will be our counter today. Toastmaster Jackie sir, as most people call him Jackie, is a software engineer by profession with 14 years of experience. He joined Toastmaster last year as a part of JFWTC Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Jackie sir.
Thank you, General Elevator. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. So, very good morning to fellow Toastmasters and guests. We all know the importance of time and opportunity. And when we get the limited time and a one-time chance in a day, we don't want to misuse the opportunity by saying and other things to the person, whoever it might be, we are trying to articulate it. So that is where this encounter will come to play, where we can take a good training in the Toastmasters. So whenever people are talking, I make note of how whatever the filler word they are using. It could be anything, or the repeated words and long pauses. I will note down those things, and at the end of the meeting, when called out, I will come and give my summary. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jackie sir. Next, and finally, I would like to call Toastmaster Piyush, who will be grammarian for this session. Toastmaster Piyush has been a regular member of SRT Club and he usually takes up grammarian role. So today's grammar people will get pretty good evaluations with respect to grammar and the usage of word of the day. He's a IT professional who loves reading classic fiction books and binging web series. He's also interested in treks and travels when feasible. Toastmaster Piyush.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabhu. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As a grammarian, my responsibility is to pay close attention to all the speakers and listen carefully to the way they use the language. I will take care of any outstanding uses, including quotes, idioms, and other uses, and as well as any improper language. So I will give a report at the end of the meeting. Apart from that, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So the word of the day for today is disparity. Disparity means something which is lack of equality or similarity, especially in a way that is unfair to the concerned person or group. For example, the growing disparity between rich and poor, the growing disparity between the developed and underdeveloped or least developed nations. So that is all. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Toastmaster. Sorry.
Okay. Prabodh, can you please ask Piyush to share the word of the day and idiom so that it's in the chat box? That would be useful.
Sure, Toastmaster Neeraj. Toastmaster Piyush, can you just share the word of the day and the meaning and just single sentence use in
I
the
will do
chat?
that. Yeah.
And just pin it as well so that people know what it is. Thank you, Toastmaster Piyush. And at the end of our session, I'll be presenting my G report, which will again start off by calling upon my tag team to give the valuable feedback to our speakers. And finally, I'll be presenting the evaluation report for the whole entire meeting in general. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Balaji.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabodh and your team for clearly explaining the roles of evaluation today. I'm going to continue with today's theme, education. Education is not just about going to school or college. It's about learning, which someone can pursue lifelong. In the modern world of knowledge industry, updating our knowledge and continuous learning is important for all of us. A few months ago, you might have seen the news that India has surpassed UK to become the world's 5th biggest economy. And it is predicted that we are going to surpass Japan by 2025 to become 4th biggest economy in the world. I saw our political leaders trumpeting about it as if they have achieved something great. But does this actually help in making our country a developed nation? I don't think so. Before we discuss further about this, let us start the first segment of today's meeting, prepared speech section. I would like to welcome the evaluator for first speech, Naman, who has been an active member of Toastmasters. He has moved to Bangalore around 10 years ago. He enjoys food and Bangalore weather. Please give a big round of applause to welcome Naman.
Hi, I hope I'm audible. Yes, so I'm in this Kaban Park, enjoying the greenery with the meeting. So today the target speaker is Sautik. He's attempting level 1 project 4. The title I let the TMOD disclose. So the objective of the speech is to give a speech on any topic and receive for feedback. By the way, I have this stammering and I'm completely okay with it. So the objective is to give speech on any topic and receive feedback and apply the feedback in the next speech. Just for my clarification, so is this the first speech under project 4 or is this the second speech? Can Sautik confirm that? You can ping me on the chat also. And I'll present my evaluation at the end when I'm called upon. So looking forward to this speech, and I'm happy being in Kaban Park today morning. Thanks for the confirmation in the chat. So all the best, Sautik, for your speech. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naman. Now I would like to welcome the first speaker of today's meeting, Sautik, for delivering his speech, My First Trip with Friends. Naman, my first trip with friends, first trip with friends, Naman. Sautik. Please welcome Sautik.
How many of you have travel plans that never made it past the group chat? Can I see a raise of hands? Okay, I see 1, I see 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Raise your hands if your group chat name changed from Indonesia trip to Bali trip to USA trip and is still changing. Well, I'm guilty for that. When you are struggling to meet deadlines and then you suddenly get added to Japan 2025 group chat. Has it ever happened with you? Well, I have to say that I'm grateful when I finally made it out of my Goa trip group chat and directly into Goa itself on June 2022. So it's all started when we were in our college and we were all sitting and brainstorming ideas for our very first trip. So here goes the conversation between me and my friends, and I go like, guys, let's go somewhere. It's almost the end of college. So Suraj, my friend, says, are you going to sponsor us? Then Frenchu says, Tera birthday hai na? And then there's always this friend who says, my family won't allow. So I was like, you know what? Let's get some internship, earn some money, and spend it all on Goa. What do you say? And just like that, we had a goal
we had an aim and a purpose. Well, the internship did provide us with some great exposure and experience, but they also gave us the funds which we needed to leave the comfort of the group chat and actually land on the beaches of Goa. Our journey began at Hyderabad airport, which was a common starting point for me and my friend, and we treated ourselves for the very first time to the Hyderabad airport lounge. Okay, we experienced the culinary delights and a leisure that was cut above the ordinary. Soon after, we were our flights, our hearts racing with excitement, and we counted down to minutes, the seconds to our dream destination. 1 hour and 15 minutes later, we landed in Goa and met with my another friend who had already arrived and waiting for us at the airport. So it was just me, my friend Suraj, and my friend Toish who finally made it out of the group chat into Goa. So we checked into a very nice hotel and our adventure began in North Goa. And we started off our visit with Kalangut Beach. We indulged in some local delicacies, especially the amazing non-veg dishes available at the beachside stalls. Thereafter, in the evening, we went to Vagator Beach, where we sat on the soft sands beneath a starry sky, listening to the waves crashing on the shore, the cold breeze touching your skin, and amidst all that, you could just feel the world disappearing around you. So it was just us, the ocean, and the twinkling stars. After that very peaceful and very immersive experience, the next day we explored some local sites like church, museum, lighthouse, and some more food. And we also got a chance to face the unpredictable Goan rains. I'm sure that if you have gone to Goa, you can relate with this statement. But the major highlight of our trip came when we had a chance to visit a casino for the very first time. How many of you have actually ever been to a casino? Let me see. How many of you? No casino? Oh my God. No, no. Okay, one. Okay, I see one. I see two. Okay, thank God, thank God. Did you ever win money? I hope so. I hope so. You ever got, you won some money. Now see, we aren't there to gamble. Okay, we are no gamblers. So how the casino works is, for others, they offer you a package. So they're like, at this price, we will give you food, we'll give you mocktails, and we'll give you some money in the form of chips. And they are called one-time playable chips or OTP. So we collected those OTPs and we went there to test our luck. And guess what? We actually won once. So we played a game of blackjack and we won some money. And then it was then I remembered a quote from a book which I read, and the book name is The Psychology of Money. And it stated, the only way to win in a casino, please note, the only way to win in a casino is to exit as soon as you enter. And that is exactly what we did. We took the money and we rushed straight out of the gambling zone into the food zone. We enjoyed the feast, we enjoyed the dance and the music. So when we look back at this trip, it wasn't about the beaches or the casino or the amazing food. It was about going beyond. It was about making dreams into reality. And it was about the friendship that grew stronger. At the casino, we realized that while others were losing money, we were collecting priceless memories. So life just doesn't hand you a perfect moment. You have to create it. Yes, it takes some effort, some planning, some work. It takes all of that. It takes some effort. But the memories you make, it will be worth it. It will be priceless. So here's a message to everyone on the call that don't just wait. Just plan your trip, take the leap, go beyond. Life is too short to let your dreams live only in the group chat. Let's go beyond the group chats. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sautik. That was a very interesting, energetic speech, which motivated all of us to plan our next trip to somewhere. Thank you. Let's continue with the theme for today, education. Can someone help me with the full form of RTE? RTE.
Right to education.
Right to education. Thank you. The right to education, let me read what right to education is actually proposing. Right to education is the fundamental right of all children in India to receive free and compulsory education between the ages of 6 and 14. It is enshrined in Article 21A of the Constitution of India, which was inserted by the Constitution Act 2002. The Right to Education Act was enabled in 2009 to provide the details of how this right is to be implemented. RTE Act includes many provisions. It talks about admissions, retention, teacher qualifications, pupil-teacher ratio, school infrastructure, working hours, and many more. For example, about admission, it says schools cannot deny admission to a child at any time during the academic year. I mean, RTE has so many great provisions, but in practice, do we see that? Is every child entitled to free and compulsory education? I don't think so. We see like parents paying anywhere from 50,000 to 5 lakhs just to admit their child in first standard. This is completely the reverse of what RTE proposes. I strongly believe that we can never become a developed nation until these RTE provisions are strictly implemented. In most of the developed nations, many of these provisions are well implemented. In US and many developed nations, school education is completely free until 12th standard. Most of the public schools have excellent infrastructure that is comparable to international schools in India. In USA, 84% of students in age group 5 to 17 years attend public schools, which are run by government, and only 12% attend private schools. In India, it is just the opposite. I think less than 12% attend government schools and 80% attend private schools. I see many political leaders bragging about the progress they made towards becoming a developed nation. But my friends, they have taken the country only backwards. The education system has degraded drastically in our country for the last 30 plus years. Even though the number of graduates and postgraduates has gone up drastically, the quality of education they're receiving has gone down. Government has completely given up on public schools and government colleges. This has led to the mass commercialization of education. The corporate schools and colleges are taking advantage of this. People, irrespective of their social status, are forced to send their children to private schools. Most of the private schools in big cities are charging anywhere from 50,000 to 5 lakhs for first standard. When I was studying in school, 80% of the children used to study in government schools. And now it is just the opposite. This is the kind of progress we have made over the last 20 to 30 years. Before we continue further on this topic, I'd like to welcome evaluator for speech to Pushpa, who is going to evaluate the speech to be delivered by Karan.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. A very good morning to all, and especially to my target speaker, Karan. Karan is pursuing the path presentation mastery. He is attempting his level 2 project 2 speech. The speech objectives of Karan is for him to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional or unintentional body language, as well as learn to practice and refine how he uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. Current speech title is Being Different, Toastmaster Karan, and good luck.
Thank you, Toastmasters Pushpa, for reading out these evaluation criteria for current speech. Now, I would like to welcome Karan for his next speech, Being Different. Karan, being different, Karan.
Am I audible and visible? The year was 1994 when a couple wanted to get their son admission into a play school. The boy got admitted. Then the basic lesson started of writing the alphabets. But this little boy was just not writing. The teachers were a bit surprised. They tried to see what is the issue. They even tried their best to make the boy write. But the boy was just not writing. Even the boy was not holding the pencil also in his hand. The parents were called. They were also informed of the same thing. Even the parents were shocked that at home, the boy is just not writing. There also, the boy is just not holding the pencil. It was decided that the boy would be expelled from school as there is some issue with the child of not being able to write. The parents became very depressed. The situation was becoming much tougher for them. The mother, when she had told the same thing to one of the neighbors, who suggested the mother to leave the boy in an isolated room and give the boy a slate. Those days, slate used to come, slates and chalk. And to everybody's surprise, they saw the boy holding the chalk and drawing lines. But with the opposite hand, the left hand, that is when everybody realized that the boy is left-handed. And that is when everybody came to know that the reason the boy was not able to write and hold the pencil is because he was being made to write with the right hand. Nobody could even imagine about the left hand. The school came to know about this, and then the boy got back into the school, and he also started writing the alphabets and matched the pace with the other children. Nonetheless, the boy had a good education, had a good schooling, and then post which the boy did his bachelor's, then master in and then MBA. Then the boy also worked in different fields. Example, right, ranging from customer service to retail to banking, and is currently delivering this speech. Yes, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, the boy is none other than me, and I'm proud to say that I am a left-handed. I write with my left hand. If I'm playing cricket, I bat also with my left hand. Whenever somebody gives me a gift, I always extend my left hand to receive the same. Now, there are some of the challenges which I also faced in my growing years. The challenge of being a left-handed while I was small, that I've already mentioned. Now, some other challenges. In school, my classmate used to always be sitting towards left side of me, and he was right-handed and I was left-handed. So my left hand and his right hand would always collide, and it used to make me difficult to write. Even I used to find difficulty in using spiral binding copies. Spiral binding copies, if you see, the spiral is on the left hand side, and now if I have to write something, so my left arm would always come in contact with the spiral binding part, and it used to cause very discomfort. Now, even in my workplace, So there's a whiteboard, and if I have to write something on the with a marker, and towards my right, there is some kind of a hurdle, some kind of a table which is being kept. Now, if I'm holding the marker in my left hand and writing on the board with the left hand, now I find it very difficult to reach towards the end because of the object just towards right in front of me. These are some of the challenges. Now, I would just like to name some personalities who are left-handed. Barack Obama, Isaac Newton, and Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Talking about Mr. Bachchan, in one of his movies, there's a scene wherein one of the actors is offering him a drink, and he extends his left hand to receive the drink. There, when the actor questions him that are you left-handed because you extended your left hand, to this Mr. Bachchan says, मेरे पिताजी कहा करते थे दुनिया को सीधा रखना है तो उल्टे हाथ का इस्तेमाल करो. In English, it means that my father used to tell me that if you want to keep the world in control, use your other hand. I hope any left-handed person like me and other people would have just applauded on this dialogue. Talking about Isaac Newton, we all know that he discovered gravity. But how did that happen? He was taken out from his class, and while he was roaming in the garden, an apple fell on him. That's when he realized the importance of gravity. Now, similar thing happened with me. I also was taken out from my class, and I was just roaming in the garden. I am also left-handed. Isaac Newton is also left-handed, and I was just wondering that something is going to happen. Then I'll also discover something. But instead of apple falling on my head, an eagle came and just hit my head. Now I was wondering that if I could also discover something, but I did not discover something. Instead, I realized the lesson that don't roam alone in the garden. Something might happen to you. My dream of discovering something was shattered. Now, I would just like to say that many people whom I meet, when they realize that I'm left-handed, they would just ask me, "Oh, are you lefty? We didn't know left-handers are so creative, so different." We also have recognition. 13th August is celebrated as International Left-Handers Day. The thing is that we are also like any other human beings, and being creative, I think I am, and at times I'm not that creative. But this feeling of being different gives me a different feeling altogether. In college, I made several friends. In the last semester, the people who knew me, that time they realized that I'm left-handed, and they didn't know at all. Now, I would just like to conclude by saying that in the future, if I see the upcoming generations, and if somebody will come for me for advice, I will bless them with my left hand. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karan, for a wonderful speech. Yeah, we will all try to be different in some way and take some inspiration from you. Now, we are about to start the next segment of the meeting, table topics. To help run this segment, we have a table topic master. Let's now welcome Toastmaster Rashmi, who is playing the role of table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Balaji. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guest. I'm Rashmi as a table topic master. Today, I have prepared some very interesting topics. But before that, I'll tell some rules regarding the table topics that already timer said that regarding table topics timer, but I will tell again that each speaker is required to speak 1 to 2 minutes, and table topics 2 minute 30 second will be the, after that it is a disqualified. It will be disqualified. And you will get time of 30 seconds to think after giving the topics. And this is the impromptu speaking. This is the table topic is a for all the member, even for the guest, they can also speak. And table topic help us to develop the 4 vital communication skill: listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. So let's begin our table topic. And each speaker can use the word of the day and item of the day. So I'll share the table topic. Who would be the first volunteer for this?
What is the idiom of the day? There's no idiom, there's only word. I think there's no idiom of the day. Word of the day.
Okay. Okay, so use the words of the day in your topics. So let's begin. Who would be the first volunteer? Please, guys. Who? Any volunteer? Okay, Chanda. So, okay, Toastmaster Chanda. Your topic is, are academic degrees worth the pain and hassle? Are academic degrees worth the pain and hassle? Over to you, Toastmaster Chanda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi, for this topic. When Balaji was already talking about the education system, so I was thinking is when I saw the topic that you have presented, I recall the entire memory that I have shared when I was in hostel. And that hostel, it was the first time my parents have asked me to stay away from them. They never used to let me go at any place. So education means that's the place there where I have explored myself. It was more of a knowing what social skill I have. So it's just that getting good marks and grades, all I was only focusing, okay, this will be done just because we know that we will sit together, we'll study, and we can get the degree. But if it comes whether the academic degrees help or not, it helps to get a job. Just because a lot of companies will be coming to your college and you will be getting, okay, at least I am eligible to get into it. And once I get a job, now I think the education that I have studied, it helps me filter out a lot of things. So for me, getting an academic degree has helped, just because of that only means getting a degree had once upon a put a thought in my mind that okay, I have to get PhD also. It's lucky that I didn't opt for that after seeing all the PhD scholars that in their life I didn't see any entertainment, and I am more of a person who wants to enjoy everything, not just bookish thing, just because that I have done till 12th standard a lot, and from there I went into quota. So all this has made me experience that already half of my life I have spent in lot of education, so not more I want. So that I can say it's more of a disparity to ensure that to take one side or other. I will ensure I would like to say that it has made me stand where I am today. It's all because of the education degree. Thank you, and over to you, TTM Toastmaster Rashmi.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Chanda. I must say that your story remind me my time of the college, and I'm sure you have some wonderful time, and you are relishing that memories now as well. So let's move to our next topic. Who would be the next volunteer? Piyush? I'm seeing your...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So your topic is using the internet for help with homework is cheating. Using the internet for help with homework is cheating. Tell your thought on this topic.
This is a very interesting topic. Thank you, Toastmaster Rasmi. It is a topic that we deal almost daily with when we speak to. I am a proud father of a teenager, and now I can see that many times happening. And I have, I will say, I'm also myself guilty when I have to search for certain things or make a certain activity. We do go out and search for the internet and look for fast solutions when we do not have that time. I believe there is a disparity between copying and bringing out the information from the internet and then building your own thoughts around it. So in today's information age, we do a lot of times internet is the main source of information for us, and it may not be that well what you call reviewed, or it does not have that clarity, or you do not know the sources. But again, you will have to take information from various sources. So instead of just simply copying, that is what my suggestion is, to not to copy exactly, but gather information from different sources and put it in your own mind and then work through it. But always that time is something which is we always are sort of, and that's where the issue comes into the picture. So I disapprove of it, but many times, or few times at least, I have seen myself using that approach when I am short of time. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Tosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Piyush. I couldn't agree more than this, because information is important. We should understand that those things, whether it is coming from book or internet, or whether it is doing by copying, but if you are understanding the things, that is fine. So let's move to our next topic. Who would be the volunteer? Satya? Yeah. Okay, I'm sharing. Okay. So Satya, your topic is post-pandemic classroom are different from the pre-pandemic ones. Do you agree? Post-pandemic classroom are different from the pre-pandemic ones. Do you agree?
Yes. Thank you, Rashmi, giving this opportunity. Yeah. The topic is we need to think about the environment. What are the environment before pandemic and after the pandemic? There one of the education system now, education system is introduced completely online classes and offline classes. For example, in before pandemic, all the classes are offline classes. So students, they need to go to the school without miss. Whether, for example, any weather heavy rain, but on the time the students don't unable to go to the school, they are unable to attend the classes and they miss that one. At the end of the year, they miss the classes and they need to prepare by themselves. These are the situations before the pandemic. But after the pandemic, in the pandemic period, most of the schools, they introduced online classes. So nowadays, they are utilizing this, whatever the learnings they are observed in the pandemic area, pandemic time. after pandemic, there, if suppose from last few days, I think so, you get in Bangalore, there are heavy rains. Then on that time, simple, they are communicating in the messages. We are conducting the online sessions in spite of offline sessions. So they're completely utilizing the services either from the online, from the offline post pandemic. This is very beneficial to the students and get the information. And also nowadays the kids also very familiar with the internet. They can get the more information from internet irrespective of whether teachers they're to convey the message or not. Instead of that one they are teaching or not, they can get the more information from the internet also. So it will be useful for the student to more explore. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Satya, for this wonderful thoughts on that topic. I also align with you on this, that yeah, it is really most of thing has changed pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. So TMOD, can we take one more topic or shall I stop now?
TM Rashmi, yeah, you can take one.
Okay, so I'm sharing. Who is the volunteer?
TM, TM Secular here.
Okay. Okay, so I'm sharing screen. Okay, so your topic is spending more time online makes students dumb or smart. Spending more time online makes student dumb or smart. Share your thought on this. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you, TTM. I think all the topics are right on the dot with the current day trend. I really do not want to say it makes students dumb because that's how the world is moving. We cannot take silent from that and then want to become a sharp mind, but we are not using the tools and the infrastructure which is available later. So we have to use online method, whatever is available, but the parents or the teachers, they need to find a way to track it. For anything and everything, there is always two sides. Good and bad will be there. In earlier also it was there. Without online also, there were bad people, bad things happen. Just because internet is available, the things are getting spread and news are reaching to everyone. So for everything there will be good and bad. It is that parents, teachers, or whoever is supervising and the guardian, it is their responsibility, including the guardians. They need to follow the right measures and they ensure like right path is followed to make it positive, because we cannot too much deviate away from how the world is trending, or else we will be too much outdated. So that's my take on this topic. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster. This is a wonderful thought on this. Technology is not bad. How we are using uh, is that good or bad? It decides the good or bad. So, from thank you everyone for taking all the topics, wonderful thoughts on all the topics. And here I'm stopping my table topic session, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. Very interesting topics in line with today's theme. Thank you for that. Continuing further on education. Education is not just about studying some subjects just for marks. It's also about the overall growth of a person, including soft skills, sports, physical education, and many other things. Fortunately, for passionate learners, recently there are many good resources available online. Udemy, Coursera, and many more online portals offer great courses on any topic that you may be interested in. These courses range from psychology to rocket science. This can help any enthusiastic person to learn anything from anywhere. They don't need to be in a specific location or specific place. They can learn these things from anywhere. I saw one of my colleagues completed her postgraduate degree online from a reputed US university while working in a full-time job. That's a great achievement. Before we go further, I would like to welcome General Evaluator for today, Prabodh, to come and share his evaluation report. Now we are entering the evaluation segment of today's meeting. Please welcome Toastmaster Prabodh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Balaji. The evaluation section will be divided into three parts. First few minutes will be the speech evaluators will be presenting their report. Next, my tag team will be presenting the report of the overall meeting, specifically all the speakers. And finally, I'll be presenting my own high-level report about the whole meeting. So with this, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Naman for the speech evaluation of Toastmaster Sardik. Toastmaster Naman.
Yes, hi. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hi. So I would like to start my evaluation first with a big congratulations to the target speaker. I think we all enjoyed the speech. So let's start the positives that I, in my personal opinion, observed. He started with a question that caught the attention of the audience. B, he had a personal story to narrate, and who doesn't want to listen a story of Goa, especially a story of holidays. So that always brings a smile on anyone's face. Third, I think he had good usage of hand gestures also. I could see that though we are in a Zoom call where it's quite tough to use hand gesture, but there were a lot of hand movements. The hand gestures were there. Fourth, he has a calm, pleasing personality, which was reflecting in the smile that was there on his face, especially when he was talking about Goa, when he was talking about the food, the cuisines, when he was asking question about who has played casino in his life. So there was a smile on his face, and there was expressions usage also. So I could observe 5 positive points, but the objective of this speech is to point some feedback which can be improved. Just because of that, I'm passing some feedback. In my personal opinion, you don't need to even practice the second part of the speech. But if you want to practice, it's optional because I did not find any critical feedback. Maybe just for that, you can play around with your pitch and sound a bit. We went to Goa, and that was a fantastic trip. But then something serious happened. You know what, guys? Maybe you can play around with the pitch because you have an interesting story of holiday, of food, of Goa, so that can further accentuate the speech. But only because I wanted, I have to give some feedback. That is why I'm giving. But overall, I don't feel the need to redo the speech. It's just an optional thing for you. I enjoyed the speech. We all enjoyed the speech. Thanks a lot for making the Saturday so beautiful with your speech. Back to you, TMOD. Sorry, back to you, GE. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naman. Your evaluations is on point, especially you giving example of voice modulation. But nonetheless, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Pushpa regarding the evaluation of the speech by Toastmaster Karan. whose speech I could closely relate to because I myself am a left-hander and I exactly face those situations. But I digress. Toastmaster Pushpa.
Thank you, General Evaluator. And again, good afternoon to everyone, and especially to my target speaker, Toastmaster Karan. Being different, the title itself got everybody hooked. We were all looking forward to it. The other major fact is that you delivered your speech. When you delivered your speech, you were standing. That's again a big plus, especially in an environment when it's in an online mode. We get to see your full personality. Awesome. You were bang on in terms of voice modulation, tone, etc. You have a wonderful voice and you also modulated it as per the circumstances. Content was great. And since you were telling us a personal story, it got all of us hooked. The moment you did this, we knew it. You were talking about yourself, that you were a left-handed person. There's an element of humor which you added in your story, which again, goes a long way. Overall, great content, great voice modulation. Kudos to you for giving a speech which is while you're standing. There are some things which I think you can work on. One, while you were standing, you could have used the stage better because you were in kind of one position. You were just moving forward and backward this way. I did not see too much of a movement right, left. You had a big stage as well. Especially, for example, when your mother was talking to her neighbor, you could have stood on one side, your mother telling the story, and moved to the other side where the neighbor is listening to her and giving her suggestions of, put him in a closed room and give him a paper and a pencil to, in this case, it was a slate and a chalk. You could have used the stage better. Your other major thing is your speech objective is non-verbal communication. So, well, what do we say by non-verbal communication? Reduce the number of words that you use and use visual cues, audio cues, touch cues, actions make it better. That's the thing about non-verbal. Your speech objective is a practice and refine how you can use non-verbal communication while delivering a speech. There are many places that you could have used. When the child was drawing in the slate, you could have just said this. I'm sure everybody would have understood. Other than that, if you can take and a little bit on your grammar, there was some very good usage, of course, but in some places, I'm sure the grammarian will point it out. The grammar could have been worked on. All in all, a great speech, great content. You're a good storyteller. You have great voice modulation. You can use the stage. You're standing, so you can just work on these couple of things. Non-verbal communication and usage of the stage better. Your speech will go up to the next level. Or good luck and all the best for your next speeches. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pushpa. Now, thank you for actually specifying, exemplifying a lot of negatives, not necessarily negatives, things that could be improved upon. That helps the candidates a lot. But again, I digress. Now, moving on to the second part of the evaluation section, where I will call upon the tag team. It is important to get your message across in allotted time and for the meeting to run according to schedule. To evaluate this, our timer Toastmaster Rajni will now present her report on how we have done with the time today. Toastmaster Rajni. Toastmaster Rajni, we can't hear you.
Maybe you can leave and join once again. That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Prabodh, let's move on to next counter thing. Let her join. At that time, we can go for the timer.
Yeah, that would, yeah, I thought it wouldn't take a lot of time, but yeah. Okay, moving on, not necessarily moving on, she'll come back again. For next, we'll hear from our counter regarding, oh, I think Rajini
Are you able
is
to hear
there.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. I don't know whether I can share my screen. I'm not seeing. Okay. Are you able to see the screen?
I can't. I don't know about
No,
others.
we can't. Yeah, now we can see.
Now we can.
Okay. Okay. So coming to the timings for the speaker, the timing will be 5 to 7 minutes. So Sautik, he has taken 6 minutes 50 seconds. And now coming to Karan, he has taken 7 minutes 30 seconds. Sautik has 6 minutes 50 seconds and Karan is 7 minutes 30 seconds. And now coming to the table topics, it is 1 to 2 minutes. So Toastmaster Chanda, she has taken 2 minutes 5 seconds, and Piyush took 2 minutes. Satya took 2 minutes 10 seconds, and Chekira, he took 1 minute 25 minutes. And coming to the evaluation, sorry, it's not changing to date, I don't know. So the evaluation, it will be 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. So Naman took 2 minutes 40 seconds, and Pushpa took 3 minutes 10 seconds. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajni. Now we'll hear from the R counter regarding the uses of verbal pauses like ahs and ums and crutch words or phrases. Toastmasters Jackie, sir.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator. We all know nowadays there is no disparity created based on how we are talking and based on how we are using and filler words. But nevertheless, it will make our speech elegant if we are not using the filler words. Now, coming to that, speaker one not used any filler words, but I did observe 3 long pauses, which I felt it is not gelling well. It was not gelling well with the speech flow. Speaker 2 used 5 filler words, and in that are 2 times and 1 long pause. Coming to the table topic, surprisingly, because here we usually get long filler words, but this time all the speakers, table topic speaker did well. The overall count for each speaker is less than 5. Speaker 1 used 4, and the speaker 2 also used 4. Speaker 3 used 3 filler words. And for myself, I didn't count it. I hope it is less than 5. And I will put it in the chart window also for your reference. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters Jackie, sir, with our counter report. Now, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Piyush, who has been the grammarian today, and he would present the report regarding the usage of word of the day and good and bad uses of the language. To you, Toastmaster Piyush.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So I expected a lot of, not a lot, but I was expecting more uses of the word disparity because of the day, word of the day, because it links somewhere with education. As education, lack of education creates disparity between the people and the haves and the have-nots, I will clearly say. So I saw the word of the day being used by Toastmaster Chanda, Toastmaster Chejika, and uh, myself. Uh, I hope I have not missed anyone. Uh, okay, so coming to the good users part that I saw Toastmaster Balaji referred to mass commercialization of education. Toastmaster Sathik, we had a goal, an aim, and a purpose, making dreams into reality. Life doesn't hand you a perfect moment. Toastmaster Naman can further accentuate the speech. Toastmaster Karan, a feeling of feeling different gives me a different feeling altogether. I could relate to that meaning as such. Uh, and then few usages which could be improved upon. Uh, One is we board our flights. We boarded our flights as it was referring to the past tense. Then uh, son admission into school. Son admitted into school as the tense was in the past that you are referring to. Some of the it used to cause very discomfort. It used to cause a lot of discomfort. So very would not be the right word to be used here. I make note of versus I note down would be a better uses. For anything and everything, there is always two sides. So a preferred one would be because you are mentioning two sides and anything and everything on the both sides. So there are always two sides. Already timer said that because you are referring to a particular person, it would be already the timer said that. And your story remind me of my time. Your story reminded me of my time, something in the past. That those would be the few things that I wanted to mention. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Piyush, with the grammarian report. Now, I would like to have, now I would like to present my own report of the whole meeting. To start off, we did start our meeting a bit late, 6 minutes late. So it would have been better if we started earlier, specifically if all the role takers were to join 5 or 10 minutes early. That would have helped a lot. Agenda was prepared ahead of time, so that's a good plus, I would say. Regarding technical difficulties, I did see some people were getting kicked out and they had to join in. At least I myself faced it. But looking at the chat logs, I feel like some others have also faced it. Uh, Regarding whether guests and new members were introduced or not, yes, they were. But the ones who joined in later may not have been included there, which is a bit unfortunate but understandable. Good thing today was most of the people were, or at least initial for an hour or so, most of the people were have turned their cameras on. So that's pretty good, I guess. Other than that, I really liked people like, I think it's Toastmaster Chanda who was pinning the main speaker. That helped a lot. But it could have been better if we could have pinned the timer as well so that the speaker knows what's the time limit they have. Or maybe ask the speaker themselves to pin the timer themselves because for others it doesn't matter much. So that at least it doesn't occupy a lot of space. So coming to the specific role takers, the sergeant at arms, pretty good. Good morning. And this talked about the session number of both the clubs. That's pretty good, I would say. Regarding ground rules, you discussed about mobile phones being turned off, which may not necessarily be that, like, that's not a requirement for online sessions. Just muting yourself will do the same thing. But yeah, that's what I can say. But all in all, again, pretty good, pretty good information and pretty clear about what the whole session is about. Regarding the presiding officer, I really liked her asking people to turn on the cameras. Like, I can understand most people don't want to turn on their cameras for privacy or just because they are busy with other things. And I also liked the way she encouraged others to take steps on speaking up by giving her own examples when she herself faced these situations. So, yeah. And in addition, she also introduced or asked for introduction of all the guests. So, which is pretty good. By the way, apologies for me turning my head. I am just referring to the report, the things that I tracked. So I hope you guys don't mind that. Now, moving on to the tag team. To start off, the timer explained the role well and also gave a detailed timings of each section, speech and all. And also really, it was really good that she presented her report, making things clearer. But one thing was in the report, she used 6.5. It didn't directly meant 6 minutes, 50 seconds, but again, that's a pretty minor net that I just wanted to point out. And another thing, the timer could have actually changed their backgrounds rather than using mobile phones. That way, things would have been a bit more clearer to the speaker. But again, uh, she did post her uh, cards on time, so that's pretty good. And her report was amazing. Moving on to our counter, I really liked the way you introduced the role by giving in an example. And in addition, your report was pretty detailed, at the same time succinct as well. So kudos to that. Something that could have been improved upon was names could have been used instead of speaker one, speaker two, because that way things could have been a bit more detailed. But I see that you have posted the detailed report and chart, so I guess that really helps. And moving on to grammarian, again, grammarian also explained that their role well. They also presented the word of the day, disparity, which, to be honest, I felt was a pretty fitting word for the theme today. However, most people didn't use it, which was surprising, and even for me as well, because even I didn't use it. I'm not using it. And he also explained the wrong uses by giving in examples and what could have been improved upon. So kudos to that. Moving on to the Toastmaster of the day. His speech was inspiring. It was informative and most importantly, insightful about our education system today and the small things that are there that's affecting every one of us. In addition, he also had pretty good pauses that I believe that helped in, like, how should I say, absorbing whatever he was talking about. But things that he could have improved upon was he was a bit monotonous, I guess. Like a bit more of pitch modulation would have helped there. And I guess another small thing would have been he could have talked a little bit more about the preceding speech rather than moving on to the education theme. But all in all, again, the whole team of the session was really good, pretty informative and insightful. So I really like that. Moving on to speakers and evaluators. Honestly, speakers prepared their speech well, and evaluators also explained what is being evaluated pretty well as well. Kudos to Toastmaster Naman actually giving in an example of a pitch modulation. That's pretty good example, I guess. And I observed both the evaluators were pointing out both the positive and negative parts of the speech, which really helps the speech givers. And finally, to the table topic master, again, she explained the timing again and the whole section about what it is about well. And thanks also for reminding the usage of word of the day because people forget that. And but the things that she could have improved upon would be she could have encouraged guests to take part in table topic masters, I would say. All in all, I guess a pretty good session that we had today. And yeah, moving, I guess I'll call upon Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Balaji. You are muted.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabodh, for a very detailed report. Kudos to the entire evaluation team. Thanks, everyone. Continuing on the theme of education, I would like to share my final thoughts. In my opinion, the best form of education is self-education supported by a good mentor. There are many successful people who are self-educated. How many of you have heard about Professor H.C. Verma? Great. He is a retired physics professor from IIT Kanpur. He is the author of world-famous book, Concepts of Physics. He studied at his home until 7th class because there was no school in his village. And we all know about Elon Musk, who self-educated himself on space, rockets, and many other subjects. I think currently he is now busy learning politics. All right. You must all have heard about this famous quote. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. I think this is very apt for the field of education. Now we should strive to give education to all our children of this country. I'd like to end this session by saying that for our country to become a developed nation, education should be given the highest priority. All children should be entitled to free school education and RT should be implemented in spirit. Government should put in good efforts to end this menace of corporate education. With that, I would like to hand over the session back to presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Balaji. I would request everyone to turn on their camera and we'll click a pic and then we will be open for feedbacks. I think we have two screens, so I have to take. Satya, Brata, Sahu, your I think camera is off. Can you just check the windshield?
Yeah, I think I have an issue with the video. I was trying to do it, but yeah, I still can't see it's on. Yeah, maybe there's a technical glitch from my side, my system.
Okay, sure. Would request the emotion, that feeling that you went through when we were in 1.5 hour of meeting. Emoji would help. Oh, Naman, you are lying down. Wow, in common path. That's amazing. Okay, I'm just taking one snapshot. Just a second. Second window is yet to be taken. Veera, if you have taken, that would be helpful.
I'm done. I have posted even.
Okay, thank you. So actually, when I started, right, I told we have members from 4 clubs. Actually, more than that. Any guesses how many it would be?
Oh.
We have from 5 clubs.
Oh.
So the target speaker one, Sautik, he is from Del Shukti, and Naman is from Komangla club. But means Naman we don't think as a from different club, just because whenever we are meeting offline, for sure he is there, and he is my last resort. If I'm not able to find any role takers, I will just request him, and then he is there. And this is a linker meet, and everyone is aware. So we, Sarjapura Road, Toastmaster and CapitaLand, we were just looking for few roles, and then Veera was there too. Okay, can we have a linkers meet? Then I told, why not? Just because it's been long time that I have seen more than 10 Toastmasters coming together. So we had today 17 overall. And Karan is from Banjara Toastmaster. So it was over and all first time I saw that one meeting we are having where we had members from 5 clubs. So that's the best education which Balaji was talking about. Instead of learning from book, we will be at a time we can learn from one book. But here we were from 5 different clubs, 5 different experiences. So for most of the speakers, I was able to, okay, what else I can improve in my next speech? That was the takeaway that I took from the speaker. And the evaluation, I was not that confident that whether I can give the evaluation. So that part also I took, how we can evaluate, in what all respect, how to do the sandwiching. And it shouldn't be that the speaker felt that, did I not do well? So all this I have taken, and I will be improving in my club. Few of the things I would like to highlight is our general evaluator has taken the role for the first time. So he was last minute, okay, this should be done or not. So a huge round for him. And Toastmaster Balaji also has taken Toastmaster of the Day online for the first time. So there were a few things which means he forgot in the initial that we have to introduce the theme of the day. So it happens, but it's just how we cover and ensure that the meeting goes in a flow. And I like the energy of Toastmaster Neeraj when he started the meeting. So overall, I enjoyed, just because this time, first time I was just sitting. I don't have to take any role. I just was listening and enjoying the session that happened. So any feedback would be welcome. And I am happy to have linkers meet whenever it's required. Offline, I prefer much. Online also, we are open.
Thanks a lot. On behalf of our club, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your valuable support in helping us to organize this linkers meet. And yeah, collaboration and commitment, it's awesome actually, and it's like seamless and impactful. We really enjoyed every moment of this meeting, and yeah, we will have more and more linkers meets together in future as well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veera. Any feedback from Shautik and Toastmaster Karan, just because you are attending for the first time our club meeting?
Okay, I'll just have to say that I'm also looking forward that in case if there's an offline meeting, so I would definitely love to attend and give a speech again. And also, I think let me introduce myself. So it is already told that I am from Banjara Toastmasters Club, and I started my Toastmasters journey in 2015 when I was doing my MBA. So from that time till now, it has been a very good journey till now. And yeah, I'm actually a Kashmiri Pandit, and I was born and brought up in Delhi. It's been now more than 10 years in Bangalore now. And yeah, as far as my interests are concerned, so I like public speaking, I like meeting people, and I like traveling, listening to music. These are my interests. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karan. When you were delivering your speech, right, I was recalling, just because I'm also a left-hander, and the hand banging that I remember, just because in Kota, in one seat, 6 people used to sit, and I was in the middle, so I had to write like this. So I remember, Miss, I was able to resonate myself at your place. Yeah, Toastmaster shopping.
Yeah, for me, this is my first meeting like outside of my home club, which I'm giving. Pretty much the format, I can see that it remains the same. All the Toastmaster international format, it remains the same. So it wasn't much difficult for me to, get, what do we say, get involved in this meeting. But normally, what happens in our clubs is that it's a 3.5 hours meeting. This is a 1.5 hour meeting, which I could see it's a good thing for me. So yeah, it's a small, cute meeting is what I would say. Nothing much from my end. General evaluator has covered most of the things.
Thank you, Satvik. 3 hours, it reminded me of some office meeting.
Because we had like two together, so it's wait, not three actually. Sorry, I'm bad. It's I think 2 hours. Yeah, mostly it spills over to 2 hours. It just never gets finished with time.
Yeah, if people who are thinking that we are overtime, feel free to drop. But if you have any feedback, you can ping in IM or share in the group or here, and anything is fine. Officially, we are closed. So thank you everyone for being here and making a successful meeting for Sarjapura Road Toastmaster 445th and for CapitaLand 118. Thank you, and I really enjoyed it, and happy to have everyone here. And happy weekend to everyone. We'll be sharing
you.
the, you guys were requesting for this one, right? Recording. We'll
Recording.
be sharing over the YouTube. Like, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks all.
Thank you all.
Thanks for your time. Bye bye.